I'd like to welcome back up to the stage now Dhupuma Barker School, led by Principal of Barker College, Mr. Phillip Heath, AM. Thank you.
Well, it's a great joy to be here. The Gulkula are coming up, and the teachers too, and Valerie. As was mentioned, thank you very much for the opportunity to share a little bit. It's an update on what's happening at Gulkula. Thanks, Michael, that was awesome. Just so good to hear that vision and to hear that lineage in the vision presented so compellingly. It was just amazing. Could we thank him again? Because that was really incredible. I just want to share a little bit of an update about what's happening at Gulkula. Could I recognise the Yolngu people? Thank you for your hospitality in this place. It's cherished. Thank you for the privilege of walking together as Balanda and Yolngu in security and safety and respect. We've got a beautiful little school forming. I'm going to get the Gulkula just come a little bit closer to me because I don't want it just to be a Balanda talking about what's happening amongst the children. But as you saw, weren't they brave to stand up in front of these people and sing This Little Light of Mine? So it's a big deal for them to be doing this. So I'm voicing their story, if I can, and they've got a little song right at the end. And we're going to show you a hip-hop video that we put together. So it won't be incredibly boring Balanda things the whole time, promise. So if you would look at the screen, it's a little bit of an update of what's happening out there at Gulkula. If we go on to the next one, if I got a little advance, or else I'll just have to wave. Thank you. The big news out there is that through the foresight of the story, your grandfather who put those annex buildings there, and thank you to the Department of Education for your willingness to allow this to happen. We temporarily got the school going, but the numbers have grown a lot. So we've been fundraising very vigorously, and that's the aerial view of the new school. Can you recognise the symbol of the anchor in the design? And a big covered play area through the middle. Bongo ground will be on the left as you're looking at the image, and on the right-hand side a playground. And we would want to do a really lovely job so the children feel safe and happy wherever they are. If we go on to the next one, as Michael mentioned, we want the school to be the part of the hub of the community. We take great inspiration from what's happening at Gulkula. We see the incredible work there, and it just inspires us to try to emulate that on the other side of the peninsula here in the top end, to make sure that community feel that the school provides a place to be, a place that's safe, a place where we can learn and preeminently celebrate and recognise culture. If we go on to the next one, we've grown a lot. Over 50 children and 25 little ones in the FAFT program. And at the moment, deeply inadequate facilities are accommodating those people, but incredible work with the Yolngu teachers, co-teachers with Balanda there, and the wonderful families from the community who come there every day. If we go on to the next one, we're grateful that we received permission to go to Year 10, so we can offer education in the Australian curriculum, told in a Yolngu way, right up to Year 10. We're achieving somewhere between 75 and 90% of attendance, with about 75% of the children coming 75% of the time, which sounds not much, but it's actually an enormous sacrifice, an enormous commitment. I think that deserves some recognition of the families who got behind us. We want to make that possible, so we do trundle around in the troopies and we make sure that people feel good about being there. But Valerie and the Yolngu educators are doing the most incredible job keeping the conversation going amongst the families. We go on to the next one. The students are all growing academically. We've got a little rule of thumb that for every year of life, we want to grow 1 year academically. There's bad talk, isn't there, about the gap. And you will have read the same media as I've read, and it's punitive and negative and destructive. And our children are more than that. So much more than the way in which you measure. But I recognise that we have a responsibility to make sure that the children can walk safely, read, write, communicate, do their sums so that they are capable of being able to lead their families into the future. So we're working very hard on the literacy growth. Mitch and the team with Lalambari and the whole leadership structure are working very hard on literacy growth. We've gone to the next one. So our F to 2, 3 to 6, we're focusing in there on writing development so they can write story. And we do that bilingual. We want to make sure that it's in both languages. So phonics in Yungulmata and in English really matter. And so we're trying to measure not by NAPLAN scores, but by phonics scores and some of those technical things, how the children should achieve. We've gone to the next one. And then I asked Sarah to start the secondary school program. It's in its first year. It's a huge responsibility. And Lala is sitting in that classroom helping as the co-lead in that group. And they're working on project-based learning, lots of hands-on learning, lots of focus on STEM and science in the high school. And they're in a deeply inadequate room, so we can't wait to be finished with the next one. We've gone to the next slide. So the high school are trying to do as much hands-on, and we're using a lot of local community support. So thank you. Thank you to Nhulunbuy. Thank you to all the services who provide active experiences for our Jamakuli to get out there and learn and put their hands on things. We go on to the next one. One of the most important things, I'm going to ask Valerie to come over here. I'm going to ask Valerie some questions. She will reply in Yungulmata, and then she'll tell me what she said. But one of the most important things that we're doing is trying to learn on country. That's to take the Jamakuli out to where they're most at home. So Valerie, first question is, why do we do that?
It's to do...
Just in Yungulmata.
Yungulmata?
Yeah.
Nah. Jamarkulingan apurligama on country. Marwala romangitir yulngo survival wala bejan. Mar na kwala jal hanchingo palagattolil follow out into the bush na mamati medicine go bush medicine go yalngo uni ngana pru bai ngotir wala lu mati ga uni ngatun medicine wala ngoy o mangi kumala lu next generation after us Nepal jinjal ma o mati wala lu jamar kole mati aurin manjal ko ya o mi apono album kapo be ne marai ngatta kabolo richa be ngatta mala jamar kole niak chala magetiro kanguring enolik tuala lurial ngwa teaching jamar kole wala ngwa ka bilinya korgol gor learning bili kunyanga Dhupuma baka school marma way learning ngapagi kayorngo. And I think our teachers have learned a lot from the Jamarkuli and from us. Evian, it's a good thing too, so they know what you are doing there as co-teachers with the Jamarkuli and with you, our teachers and our principal. Thank you.
Just a few more little points before we get on to the main game, which is their song. We've got a beautiful Manake for us. But learning on country, as Valerie mentioned, is an important part of being fully educated. And the children carry the cultural story. and they carry it deep in their spirit, and they're incredibly generous to share that with us. What a privilege that is. And each visit, each day, whenever we're together, we learn and learn and learn the ancient stories that we walk on this country and that have been generously shared with us, and we never take that for granted. If we just advance one more. So you may have heard in the past we've been working on also equipping students for a 21st century and beyond education. So we've got a robotics program, and the children did really well in the robotics program. They go and compete in the regionals and then the nationals. They compete really well, and the year before last they qualified for the World Championships, and that was a big deal. That was a big deal. And do you know what? They ranked 4th in Australia. They ranked 4th. Kids from remote. And here's the amazing thing. We then took them in the plane to Dallas, Texas, the only Indigenous team in the world, to compete in the World Championships. And they placed 40th in the world. Jamakuli from northeast Arnhem Land, they can do things. Our job is to make sure they have the opportunities and then get out of the way and stand in awe and wonder. And you know the amazing thing out there? They're problem solvers. They see the whole field. When Ballender do things, we like to stay in our bit and quarrel about our bit. They see the whole field. What a gift to this country. If we could see the whole field together, what a gift to this country. And they communicate. That beautiful Yolngu sign language confused the rest of the world, especially the Americans. But we shan't talk about that. If we go on to the next one. So as we mentioned, the anchor, the community were crucial in the design for this, and we had some good support. I want to just give a shout out to Rio. Thank you for them. Thank you also for NIAA. They helped us to put together that last piece of the puzzle. That's the community hall, a place together. As you mentioned, Michael, a place together, a place to be, a place where wraparound services can happen inside the heart of the community that's very safe. It was Old Man himself who pointed to that land, and he said to Sean and I, this is where it will be. And there's a sense in which that spirit is very manifest whenever you're there. Last one from me. So what's next? As we see that beautiful image, culture is strong. We pass on that culture, and then it's shared to make our country a better place. The Jamakuli are doing that. They are leading this. Their parents, their teachers, the community are telling us what to do, and our job is to enable, not to do, and certainly not to take over. We honour the responsibilities that we have to do a good job and to report and give acquittal, but then step back and let the community decide, and do that with good grace and love and affection. So the next one, I think we've got, would you like to see the children's hip-hop video? Would you? Let's see if we can do that happen. Our guys weren't happy with me because it's a YouTube clip, and I probably am going to be fined or something. But we're going to share with you a hip-hop clip, and the Jamakuli will sing with it. So could we give them some encouragement?
The ground for connection. The water is part of our creation. Gulkula Jama is in our veins with the waterways across the plains. We use this land. This is our healing, the water and plants. This is our meditate, love, and connect with family and friends. Respect each other to the very end. We get knowledge, new and old, from teachers to elders, of stories to tell. Hunting and gathering is how we live. Take what we need and all we give. Spirit the way out to feel good to win. This is our culture, this is where we've been. Tango ngarapan miyo.
Rapidity.
Kungan magayake nunggo kanya ako kungan mamariyo na jinang manikeyo kapo kapura dolarari kapo wanani kapo dolarari. We shine together like Japana. Tua Erika, practice other. Love respect is where it's at. Sound the radar key, give a clap, clap. Music and dance is a top thing like Becca Boy said. Music is a medicine all around. Can see and shine. This land is knowledge is yours and mine. At the rain out, if they stop, be there for them. Tell the rain mark, come to school for a better future. Learn a lot from your teacher. Staying connected to Goroto. This land and Gapo is for me and you. I'll teach and we're together. Look after this land and each other. Tango ngora palameo. Kungan bermagayake. Nunggo kanyako. Kungan mamariyo na jirang manikeyo. Ya kapo kapuya. Dolarari kapo. Wanani kapo. Dolarari. Kapo kapuya. Dolarari kapo. Wanani kapo. Dolarari.
Working. Yeah, thank you. That was our students from Dhupuma Baka, Kunyangara School. This was a place where we went to school in this area here, Dhupuma College, as it was called. And our learning, our teaching, Jawa and myself and a couple of the teachers here, and somebody out there, people out the mosque.
Somebody like that.
Yeah. And Old Man's vision was to establish or put the school closer to home, where it's situated now, coming up at Gunyangara. And please come and visit, and we thank you for being here and learning. We all come here to learn, listen and learn, and look after each other. And walk in two ways, two worlds, yours and ours. Thank you.